My name's Griep, and I am a visual artist. My project for the last 12 years has been working on 12th century buildings and how in the 12th century, in the medieval era, they thought about sacred space. The drawings are very large, and that it's not possible to see them all at one time, that you have to step away to see the whole space. And you come forward and you look at details. They're not purely descriptive. I feel like they start with description, they start with an accurate description of the place, and then think about what's happened to those buildings over the years. Drawing can deal with space in terms of illusion, but how does drawing deal with time? It's a journey of thinking about what can drawings describe. In 1998, I went with a group of students for the month of January to Europe. So we looked at all these wonderful churches, and I did drawings, and windows, doors, the altar, whatever struck me as interesting. So I came back and I thought, well, I was very interested in the idea of the space. What did it really feel like to be in these beautiful spaces? So I started to make a little bit bigger drawings that were about 2 by 3 feet that felt more about the arching, the vaulting, the ceilings. And I started drawing, and I was drawing on the big wall, and I got done and I thought, wow, this is really fun. I never tried anything like this before. So I think I'll draw what's next to it. So I drew what was on the north side, and then I drew what was on the south side, and I just kept going. And I ended up with a drawing that was the west facade of Chartres Cathedral drawn to scale. And the scale was 1 inch of drawing equal 2 feet of the building, which is a weird scale, but it just happened to fit on my piece of paper, so it was a little bit accidental. I started with Chartres at Notre Dame and Notre Dame in Paris. Then we went to live in Thailand. I finished the Angkor Wat, the really big drawing in the series, and it's like 32 feet long. It was really hard. My hands got really kind of crippled. I mean, they really got so they hurt. And then I also went into Burma, where I did Tat Binyan Yu, which is the Buddhist temple. I decided I wanted to do some in the Western Hemisphere, so I went to Mexico. I did the Palace of the Governors at Uxmal. And I've just finished the Castillo at Chichen Itza. And right now I'm trying to match up these patterns as they move. I'm doing some smaller drawings that have to do with mosaic, that idea of how it's put together. So I'm working with colored inks, and then to get the color, and now I'm putting pencil on top as I work. I think a lot while I'm doing it. I think about the fact that in many of these buildings, not all, but many, people who started working on them never saw the end product. It wasn't really very much about the end product. It was about this process. To do a drawing that takes a year to do is sort of a crazy thing to do, because where is it going to go? People always want to know, where is this going to hang up? Why are you doing this? It's not a good career move in all kinds of ways. Very few places can even display them. What you're really working on is building up your ability to pay attention to something with really focused attention. And if you can't do it, you might as well quit, because it's not going to get better. So I think, I have that compulsiveness. Clearly, I can't draw all the little squares that go into a mosaic, but I can in small parts. So I'm going to do a few of these to see what happens. When you're working on it, you're up close. It's a set of marks that don't seem to have, they seem to be quite abstract, and you just keep playing, and when is this going to be a beautiful surface? But then you realize as you move away from it, you want that illusion. You want to think, oh yeah, it's going back in space, and oh, this one's put together, and you've got that sense of the floor. Our knowledge of a space, especially a big space, has to do with the inside and the outside. We look inside, we look at the beautiful light, and then we look outside, but we go back and forth. Is it possible to make a drawing that deals with both inside and outside? So that was the task I set for myself. In the drawing that's behind me there, I first draw the inside, and then I put a skin on it, and then I draw the outside on top of that so that you can see through, so you get an illusion that you can see into the building. So some of them are almost like X-ray drawings. So this would be a photo looking into what's called an iwan, or iwan, which is a niche, an arch niche that's within the main hospital or madrasa space. And it's got, you can see a little bit, it's hard to see in these crummy photocopies, but it's got some carving on the wall. It's got these sort of starburst carvings set within the niche. So when I got to that point, I drew that in first, and so you can see hints of it. If you look through, there are hints of these, of the starburst that's carved in here. You can see the arch. You can see the sort of layers of the arch going in. These would be pieces from some of the cathedrals, so pieces will get used again. Part of the idea, too, is each drawing has portions of the earlier drawings, that the drawings have a lot of collage material in them. Like across the top, the roof, which is a lead roof, all mosques have lead roofs. But to make that lead roof, I wanted that sort of grayish color, but I made it out of collage pieces. So this is a piece of Chartres Cathedral. This is a piece of the Palace of the Governors at Uxmal. Some of these are pieces of topographic maps of the areas that I've done, but they're all pieces of other places I've drawn. So that idea of global cross-fertilizations, I pick places that are connected to other ones, and to see what got carried, what people were interested in, what sorts of things go from between cultures. I think my drawings talk to each other. I think the challenge for the viewer is to slow down, and we're in a short attention span culture. I think that I ask the viewer to do some work. The viewer needs to spend a little time, and hopefully they're rewarded by that time. Hopefully there's something interesting. I figure, look how long it took to build them, and look at all the people who've taken care of them, and it's like I owe that kind of time and attention. That they weren't built in a hurry. They stood up because all kinds of people cared over the centuries. So I sort of owe them that same amount of attention.